So yeah, you'd say that it's cool, but you're real a little tired.
Yeah, I'm always tired. I think that's something I'm good at what I'm doing. Like I don't think everyone is cut out to do what touring musicians do. Whether it was something that I forced myself to get good at, don't know. But for sure, I am good at what I do because I can get up at 3 in the morning and just travel and then do a show. I'm like I'm a warrior when it comes to that sense, and I feel like a lot of people it takes a monster, like a beast. You have to have demons inside of you to want to do this. But it's so beautiful when I'm performing and I see all these people with like such pure smiles on their face.
Is that your favorite part? I mean, being on stage, seeing people, or making music.
I enjoy making music more because typically when I'm making music, I'm like at home and I have a routine and I love eating the same food and, getting healthy again. Like it's always like healthy, 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 healthy. And then I go on tour and it's like, meow. And then I do it all again. And it's really, really hard to stay healthy on tour. I like making music. I think that's the reason why I do all of this. So whenever I'm making music, I'm definitely the happiest. But
when you're making music, you're wearing t-shirts? No.
I take it off with the boys. The last time I had a writing trip, I went to Maui for 10 days and we were sitting there with a beachfront view, making music every day, surfing in between songs. It was spectacular. Eating poke every day. It was unbelievable. So I love that. It's amazing. But doing shows, they're totally different. Touring the world and doing shows, you get to experience the culture from people's energy. And, I think my favorite thing about doing shows is just making people happy. Like offering a very safe environment because I've cultivated a very like loving, safe group of people that do come to my shows and offering them to just feel free and be safe and be themselves. It's very important, like people need to go have fun. There's so much bullshit out there that like, and I can't look into every single person of my audience's life and what's going on with them. But, sometimes people come up to me and they're like, hey, my father passed away like 3 days ago. And this really gave me hope. And this really made me happy. And it's like, it's crazy that I can just make songs in my room, perform them, and make people have an effect on people this much. It's like, and a positive effect, right? So, and I always leave remarks at the end of my shows being like, just tell someone you love them at least once a day, and don't do anything that I wouldn't fucking do. And it's important, I think I'm doing something beneficial to the world, whether or not I say pee pee poo poo. And like I talk about my balls and my dick on my songs all the time. Like people still have fun, and that's what matters, right? So, dick and balls.
What would you say is your favorite part of Brazilian culture? Is it football? I mean, you're wearing a Ronaldinho jersey, right?
I really think there's something with the people here. Like,
why do people usually say that? It's probably true.
I mean, everyone here is crazy. It's awesome. Like everyone's very outgoing and friendly, and like in parts of Asia, people are very reserved and not outgoing, but they're very friendly.
I see.
But something about people here, it's like they just don't give a fuck, and there's no reason to. People don't feel judgment here as much. I feel. I don't know what it is. I haven't been here long enough to really fully, encapsulate the answer here. But yeah, I really, really enjoy how nice everyone is here and how independent everyone feels. And they all have their own personality, and they're not like trying to fit into some weird form of this is what the norm is here. But like the individuality here is very, very prominent. as you can feel. And sometimes, like when you go to New York City, you see people on the street and you're like, that person looks cool. And that person definitely has a personality. But everyone here has their own personality, and they're very like bright and smiley and colorful. So
I mean, here in Brazil, you're right. Now, I feel like people here, they are. I mean, we are known for receiving well our tourists and for being nice and stuff. But you've been around the world, right? So you told me some things that are particular to the Chinese people, like they are reserved, but they could be, I mean, good friends and stuff. But what is, I mean, in Brazil, we act like this, but you've been around the world, and this is this not common? Because everybody says that about Brazilian people.
I mean, you have different types.
I mean, you have an Italian friend, right?
So Italians love hard. They love people. They sing. They're very expressive. Have I spent a lot of time in Italy? Do I think they're more standoffish? Yeah, but you know, they every single culture and every single place in the world has their own like taste, I guess, right?
If I were in your position, I would think that that's the most beautiful part of my work. I mean, getting to know
different types of people,
cultures and stuff. But I understand you. I mean, music is the engine that takes you there, right?
Yeah, totally. Music is like it's kind of like food, how it bridges gaps between different races and different cultures around the world. Because it's like, you know, you can randomly wake up and be like, hey, my friend Joe is making like a Portuguese / Japanese influence restaurant. And it's like, that's how you experience both cultures at once. And that's how people find love in other cultures. Like growing up in Vancouver, all of my friends were of Asian descent. So when I first blew up in China and I first blew up in Asia, I was like, damn, I already know so much about this culture, and I'm so grateful to be embraced by them, because I already feel like I know them so much and know so much about the culture, and I'm way more invested in learning more about it too, because I was so like assimilated early on by my friend group. So I just think that like being able to experience different cultures around the world is probably my favorite thing that I've been granted by this job, and
it changes you.
It changes you completely. It really gives you a very accepting perspective on the world, because
people are different and you see them being different.
Yeah, people are different. You see them being different, and you appreciate their differences, and that's something that like not many people get to experience as much as I do, and it's so pretty. It's a beautiful thing that I get to meet all of you guys, and like your mannerisms and how you interact with other people. It's a blessing.